Okay, Friday, 2nd of May 2025. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Future Friday, plan and strategize. Meme warfare. Mind share, really. Attention and understanding and sharing truth. Now, this is something very interesting that I've seen kind of culminating and bubbling and brewing here and there. And let's define our term straight away. A meme, a visual image or a caption, something that condenses, encapsulates and captures truth, observational or empirical or whatever else, or rational truth out there in the world, into a picture, into a series of pictures with witty and on-point dialogue, or dialogue that encompasses truth. And memes are ubiquitous. Memes are a mind virus when you really think about it, meaning we share them intuitively because they resonate with us in the heart, mind, soul, to be a little poetic. And memes are powerful, again, because they encompass powerful truths in a visual way. And really, memes have been around for hundreds of years at least, because it's a very human thing. It's humor. It's humor, and it's a human thing. You know, these cartoons, news cartoons, these news reels, these little pictures from 20, 100, 200 years ago that were very topical at the time. A meme encompassing the truth in a single picture. Now, fundamentally, I think everything can be memed. Because what I notice in photography, interesting, in photography, every single situation, every single scenario, at the right angle, the right time, the right lighting, the right what's it called? The right framing, the right layout, can create a perfect, beautiful photo. What comes to mind straight away is that meme of the photogenic man. The man who was running, and he happened to look at the right place at the right time with the right smile. A lot of right place, right, if. So very circumstantial. Very specific, once in a, who knows, thousandth year moment that was. And captured by the camera as well, so even rarer. So every situation can create a perfect, beautiful photo. Therefore, by the same logic, every situation can create a perfect, beautiful meme that would encompass a certain template. So, for example, that change my mind meme, or that woman arguing with cat meme, those things wouldn't exist had the scenario been ever so slightly different. Had that cat not been there, or that woman, the scenario over here, the controversy, had things been different, the whole series of events would have been completely different. Just how there are memes, by logical definition, there are memes that don't exist now because something obscure in the past didn't happen, which resulted in the present today being different. That's powerful. Like, for example, you could say grumpy cat. The grumpy cat meme, had the cat been born normal, let's say, the cat would have never culminated in becoming a meme, for example. Now, when you understand that fundamentally, that means that everything out there can be turned into a meme. Everything, any moment, the right camera angle, the right timing, the right lighting, the right person, the people, everything. Very nice. And that means fundamentally that if something can be turned into a meme, if something can be memed or meme-worthy, then it will be. Because it resonates that right frequency, in that right tone, in that right way, in that right message. Because each meme serves a purpose to demonstrate something or explain something or to elaborate or exaggerate something. The starter pack meme, for example. That's powerful. The change my mind meme, stating a truth and then saying, change my mind. Why is this not true? So fundamentally, everything can be memed. Everything out there is meme-worthy. The right moment, the right place, the right situation, the right time of day, of year, of the month, you name it. It's just there's no camera there to capture that particular moment. Just how by chance, a week or so ago, I was playing snooker and I hit the ball, the white one, in the corner, trying to get the colour I want in the corner, but it missed. The white ball missed and it bounced off the curve, the wall at the back, hit that ball went straight back down here, and it pocketed another one, in this corner down here, because there's one waiting already for me. That moment was amazing, a beautiful shot, but it wasn't captured on camera. wasn't recorded, and there was 2 eyewitnesses, me and someone else. But it's in our memory. But because it wasn't recorded, it can't be turned into a meme. There was no picture. So exact same thing. All kinds of moments could have been created that would be the next meme that goes viral, the next meme that could define certain things, or meme that could exemplify this particular scenario perfectly, better than the other meme that currently used, which is this one over here instead. Things like that. So anything that can be memed will be memed. And we need memes because they're a mind virus. They're a powerful way to share and spread ideas. Really, you could argue it's the epiphany of the First Amendment, able to share and express your thoughts and feelings and opinions. But rather than articulating in grand literature or whatever else, or pamphlets and documents or 2-hour-long videos, just here's a meme. And a meme condenses the truth into powerful visual things. They're very important because we're visual creatures, and memes are powerful to remember stuff. I'm thinking of a specific meme I have elsewhere, and it's just 2 pictures side by side like a cartoon. Scenario A, scenario B, and it shows the inefficiencies of a certain thing. And then it says this is bad, but X or Y is bad, but X is better, because we can visually see how inefficient this is. Visual capture. Because we see fundamentally we are storytellers. We want stories and we want visual images to better understand the world and the world around us and society and navigate it. And if we have pictures, we can understand it better. But to go beyond that is a meme, a photo that encompasses, again, a truth condensed into a single and simple format. That's why each meme can express a certain truth about reality in the world in its own unique way. And the more we have, the more memes we have, the better we can express it and communicate. Just how, in the same way, the more words we have, the better we can express and communicate, share our thoughts, feelings, ideas, understandings, everything. Because you could say also that a meme is a very low resolution, low pixelated or low pixel version of something that encompasses a deeper truth. I did a video about this as well, actually, the dangers, the threats of low resolution thinking, i.e. talking too general, talking too broadly. Because the more specific we are, the more detailed we are, the better. Meaning, the better you can understand things and the less ambiguity there is. Clarity, very powerful. And memes are a good way to help bridge ideas, help you understand things fundamentally. And then with that meme, it can be broken down, expanded, elaborated, and beyond. And you can derive heuristics, rules of thumb from memes and ideas and concepts behind it. Powerful, powerful way to communicate. Powerful, powerful way. Again, visuals. We're visual creatures. We're visual. We want images in life to understand things better. That would really boil down to first principles. That's what ultimately letters are. Letters and words. And some people, and this is actually fascinating to look into, some people view words as shapes. And they don't recognise the letters that break down those words, but they'll recognise the word as a shape and they associate it with a meaning. But that's a little off topic. It's a very interesting way of processing communication and language. But that. Now, as we are meme machines, we create and we crave and we analyse and understand them, we can go one step further and say, we're living in meme warfare. We have meme warfare. But to be more specific, memes can be propaganda. And that's a strong word to say, but memes can be both powerful and destructive, depending on the message behind it. And we want to understand and recognise the power of memes, use them for our own propaganda, let's say, for our own bias, for our own agenda, for our own purpose. But then we can go even deeper and realise that they can be used against us. Memes, stereotypes, archetypes, perceptions, prejudices, biases, again, mental shortcuts, ultimately. But that's a whole other conversation as well. It kind of goes into the realms of the allegory of the cave, recognising reality from perception, from the memes we are fed, the archetypes, the stereotypes, the things we are told about, are able to distinguish them, perception and reality. And memes help us because, again, memes are complex messages and information put in picture form or witty phrases that helps us understand things. It's like a wedge between perception and reality. And you could elaborate and say the more memes we understand, the more memes we see, the more we absorb, the greater that fracturing is between reality and perception. Because we understand more of the world in its nuances, in its shades of greys, and its technicalities and specifics, because we can look at different images and memes and we can decipher greater nuances of life, because each meme is very specific in its message. And then as we understand more about the world, again, the first principles of reality, I did a video about this, you can't escape first principles, and the more you understand via AI, becoming the demon, understanding reality and its first principles, the better. Meaning, fundamentally, we have fewer delusions, fewer misconceptions. We are closer aligned to reality. So, for example, reality, if gravity is a good example. I have this book, and if I hold it high and I let go, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to fall. And I know that's going to happen. I don't need to test it. I don't need to experiment. I know it's going to happen. And where's it going to land? It's going to land here. Not land there, not land over there. It's going to land here. And that's the exact same logic and principle can be applied to everything else. Meaning able to predict the future. An idea, and this is a little off topic, an idea is only as valuable as it's able to predict the future. And really, that could be a separate video, but to put it very bluntly and simplistically, yes. There's a few ways of deciphering that, but that's powerful. And memes are powerful. Very, very, very important. And everything out there can be memed. Essentially, 5, 10, 15 years from now, we will have a whole complete different set of memes than we had 5, 10, 15 years ago. The memes that were popular in 2008, 9 and 10, you don't really see them nowadays. Grumpy Cat's a good example. We don't really see it these days. But in the future, for example, there's a cat that will be born 5 years from now that will be in a certain perfect situation and scenario, and a person with the right camera will take a picture of it and capture that meme that will be common in 7 years from now. Just how in the same way that meme, woman arguing with cat, I don't know anything about that cat, but it had to be born sometime, and 15 years ago, logically, it wasn't born. So it must have been born in the past some time for it to eventually be in the right place at the right time. But if that cat was never born, that meme would arguably never exist. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's a very holistic way of looking at the world, and profound, because every action has an ultimate consequence and reaction decades from now. That's very interesting, very deep to understand. Actions today have consequences decades from now. Just how in the same way a meme today could affect how you think. Could be a splinter that can change how you think a decade from now, meaning that delta, that difference, is that you see the right meme in the right place, at the right idea, the right tweet, the right book, the right you name it, right video, that puts you on a complete different course. If you had never seen that meme, this is what your life could be, let's say, but that meme causes a splinter, a wedge, because you understand reality that little bit better, and rather than going this way in life, you go that way. And then over time, that difference, that delta, is huge. Over a decade, it could be that big. And that's who you were, and that's who you are, and that difference is the difference in potential, let's say. That's powerful. So then logically then, when you follow it, like with knowledge, information, videos, books, you name it, we want to take in as much as possible to learn and grasp reality as best as possible. Again, it goes back to that allegory of the cave. The closer we are aligned to reality, the better. Meaning, the fewer delusions we have, the better. The fewer misconceptions, the better. Interesting. And I think I did a video about this, but we are one tweet, as I mentioned earlier, we are one tweet, one book, one video, one you name it, away from changing our life. One prompt, you name it. We just don't know which one. So as a practical matter, I say take in all this data and information, dragnet and filter it. Filter and understand and categorize and break down and understand. And then reevaluate, recalibrate. As your understanding of reality changes, you become more efficient, you waste less time, and you achieve your goals quicker and easier. Powerful stuff. You have a better life in general because you understand reality better. And memes are powerful. Powerful because it's inside us. Images, communication, humor, stories, powerful stuff. But otherwise, Adrian's Daily Vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.